Hello everyone. In this video we'll discuss a little more about stomata. So singular form of stomata is stoma. In ancient Greek language, stomata here means mouth. Now let's discuss a little more about stomata. As we usually do in lab, for observing stomata from leaves, we used to collect leaves. After collecting leaves, we used to take out the epidermal peel or leaf peel and we observe under microscope. In the microscope, if we observe carefully, then we are able to see the leaf peel cells in the leaf peel. If you observe carefully, then you are able to see tiny openings present, sandwiched, embedded in between the epidermal cells. If we carefully observe those tiny openings, then we'll see a structure like this. A tiny pore surrounded by two red bean-shaped cells called guard cells. And around guard cells we have other epidermal cells. Now this tiny apparatus with openings present at the center surrounded by kidney shaped or red bean shaped guard cells around which we have epidermal cells are known as stomata. For single opening we call it stoma, and many of those openings are known as stomata. You know that these tiny pores are essential in the life processes of the plants. Plants require carbon dioxide for doing photosynthesis, for preparing food. And during respiration, plants remove carbon dioxide through the stomata and they intake oxygen. So respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide are being exchanged through tiny pores called as stomata. So stomata is essential for exchange of respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Likewise, through those tiny pores, there is removal of excess water in the form of water vapor. That is called as transpiration. So transpiration is loss of water in the form of water vapor through stomata. With these illustration, you are able to understand that stomata are tiny pores or small pores which are present on the surfaces of the leaves of the plant, which are essential for exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen, and it is playing important role in transpiration. Now let's see this diagrammatic representation of dicot stoma. Here only single stoma is mentioned. So stoma is tiny opening, mouth-like structure, right? And around it we have guard cells, which are protecting the stomata, or which are controlling the opening or closure of stomata. And around the guard cells we have many cells which are known as epidermal cells. So you can conclude by saying that each stomata is protected, safeguarded by guard cells. Guard cells control the opening and closure of the stoma or stomata. Now let's discuss about stomata in dicot and monocot leaves. You have seen this diagram many times. Over here you are shown closed stoma, and in this diagram stoma is open, right? So if you observe the guard cells, the shape of the guard cell is red bean shaped or kidney shaped. So in case of dicot leaves, they are mostly having kidney shaped or bean shaped guard cells which are guarding the stoma or stomata. But in case of monocot leaves, their guard cells are usually in the shape of dumbbell. We use dumbbell for doing gym, for exercise. So the main difference in the stomata of dicot and monocot leaves is shape of the guard cell. Guard cells in the dicot leaves are red bean shaped, and in case of monocot leaves we are having dumbbell shaped guard cells. Now let's see the distribution of stomata in dicot and monocot leaves. In case of dicot leaves, more number of stomata are present on the lower surface of the leaf, or there is no presence of stomata on the upper surface of the leaf. So this is upper surface of the leaves of dicot plant. So there is no, or in some case there are few, very less in number, few number of stomata on upper surface of the leaf. In most of the plant, there is no stomata on the upper surface of the leaf of dicot plants. Now in case of monocot, distribution of stomata on the upper surface and lower surface are equal. So in case of dicot leaves, there is equal distribution of stomata on the upper surface and lower surface of the leaves. Now with this we have understood the concepts, little detail about stomata. Now you have to try to answer these questions. As biology is a visual science, you have to first draw a well-labeled diagram of stomata, that is must, to understand the structure of stomata and its associated cells. Second question is about stomata. You have to explain the structure of stomata with the help of the diagram that is drawn. Third, discuss the two major roles of stomata. Fourth, you have to state the general difference in stomata of dicot and monocot leaves. So with this, I hope you have understood little more about stomata. Additional to that, you'll study in higher classes. Thank you.